Morning, folks. Dr. Freedom here with you. Oh, man. So, peace talks going on apparently in Ukraine, which is good news. Um, Ukraine's trying to join the EU, which is probably one of the reasons why, Putin's having a hissy fit. Or, God forbid, they join NATO. Oh, he doesn't want that to happen. But, yeah, the rumors are flying again. Now, oh, yeah, the Julia Forrester thing, it turns out she's the actress who played that gal Screaming Benny in Orphan 55. The guy who told me about that messaged me back yesterday morning, and he goes, "No, it turns out he was referencing the article he was referencing was from 2020." And then he goes, "I checked the date," and I was like, "Okay." He goes, "What?" I go, "What?" He goes, "It was April 1st." So he fell for an April Fool's joke from 2020, from 2 years ago. It's crazy how folks are running around. They're going, I'm hoping to get the scoop on this. I'm like, I can only guess as to who's going to be next in the targets because they're guarding that rather closely. And how can't be bad about it because they're trying to keep a secret. They don't want to let it out till they're ready. But meanwhile, yeah, the rumors are flying again. This one's being popped up in a few different places, and they're claiming now that it's going to be they're going to basically squeeze all these doctors into the 60th anniversary special. I think they said it's all right. For one, there's one article claiming that's going to be like Eccleston, Tennant, Smith, and Capaldi, and it's like, are they on dope? Because a lot of the people involved at Bad Wolf who are going to be doing the 60th are people that Eccleston had a problem with back in the day, and that's why he didn't hang around for more than 1 year. And that's why I think it's complete and utter bullshit, because he's pretty much made it, pretty much perfectly clear when he decided not to be involved in the 50th anniversary special that he was not interested in coming back. He wouldn't even come back, like I said, when it was under Moffat. Now, do you think he's he does Big Finish because Big Finish is not the BBC. Now, they're under license from the BBC to do Doctor Who, but no one from the management of BBC has anything to do with Big Finish. That's why he's doing Big Finish, because they're kind of on their own out there. But there's no way he's coming back to TV. If he does, I'll be amazed. Because the guys now in charge of the 60th, a lot of them people were around back when he was in Doctor Who in 2004, 2005. So, yeah, they could apologize, like you said there, but I don't know. I think it's going to take a lot of convincing to get Eccleston back on board. Yeah, I've been loving his stuff on Big Finish. Like I said, it's like he never left the role, which, unlike what some other people out there said, that he sold out Doctor Who and all this other stuff. And I'm like, the guy never said he hated Doctor Who. He just didn't like what happened with the people in charge. And he made that very clear. Anyone who tells you he sold out and all that, I can show you a bunch of photos of him, backstage, for when he was doing Macbeth, signing fan autographs for free. And a lot of them were Doctor Who fans, and he never said a bad thing about Doctor Who itself. Also, he did help somebody he knew. He helped him propose to his fiance, or to his girlfriend. I mean, he helped him propose to his girlfriend as the 9th Doctor. So, a lot of the rigmarole that happened back in the day, of course, which led to the War Doctor, because Eccleston, of course, did not want to return. And I think they even offered him probably a sweet chunk of money to do it, but, which was probably beyond their budgetary means, but he said no. And that's when we had, instead of rolling back to Paul McGann, they pulled in John Hurt, to create a mystery character to fill theater seats. Yeah, that's what I was saying, Chris. Because a lot of the individuals he clashed with are now at Bad Wolf Studios. And they're going to be doing the 60th. So that's why I don't think, I'll be shocked if he's involved with it at all. Now, he may have a change of heart. Because Tom Baker did when the 50th came around. Because originally he did regret not coming back for the the Five Doctors, but he felt it was too soon and all that. Also, the majority of the episode would have revolved around him, if I remember right, if Tom Baker had come back. Oh, let's see. It's actually kind of lovely out here this morning. I'm a little bit overdressed for the day, actually. I may have to leave one of my jackets in the car. I just threw on my usual ensemble because I figured it's going to be cold out, and it was like 40 degrees when I left the house. So, who knows? But like I said, I highly doubt Eccleston has signed on, at least at this point. I'll be shocked if he does for the 60th anniversary special. Yep. He's enjoying his time at Big Finish, and that's, to me, at least, he's reprising the role there. Let's see what else was going on. We already talked about Ukraine briefly. Some crazy guy thought he was just going to stroll in there and take things over, and boy, did he get a Sunday surprise. Oh, man. Ugh. It's like, nope, we don't want you here. Go away. Yeah, but I had a lot of people going on to me about, well, why aren't we doing this and why aren't we doing that? And I'm like, guys, this isn't some, third-rate dictator who the largest thing he has is probably some, RPGs we sold him back in the day. Or, maybe a couple of Estes rockets with a stick of dynamite strapped to them. This is a guy with access to 6,000 intercontinental ballistic missiles. He's still the one of the other major superpowers on the planet. Well, not the superpower, but he's definitely a power. Could not do something. Like I said, I'm hoping that he will come back to the role on TV someday, but I'm just happy that he's back on Big Finish. But like I said, it's just, there's a lot of speculation running around that, the four, at least 4 of the 5 modern Doctors are in it. Now, the thing is, though, if the 60th is going to start filming, like I said, it's going to be tricky for Jodie Whittaker, given the fact that, we all saw her at, London Comic-Con, the spring deal. And, she is a few months pregnant at this point. So if she was to come in and film anything, it wouldn't be for several months. Come on, we got to give her time to, get some time at home, relax with the baby, have the baby, period. And I'm dying laughing. I remember when everybody was saying she was pregnant back like in season 11 and then in season 12. And finally, she wraps up and there you go. I bet somebody's claiming they predicted that 2 years ago. It's like crazy stuff going on out in the world. Like I said, it's actually quite a bit warm out here today. I might have to ditch one of my jackets where I go in because, okay. Yeah, I'll be jumping with Joy too. I hope he does. I hope he has a change of heart and does it for the fans. Because I know he does enjoy, like I said, spending time with the fans. He never once alienated anybody because they loved him on Doctor Who. And that's why I died laughing when a certain character out there made this big video about Eccleston was a sellout. And I'm like, no, the only sellout I saw was somebody who suddenly started having major things to do with the fans when he was at cons, and that's because he was getting $100 and something bucks a signature for a photo. Yeah, I know. I was really disappointed with the 50th. That was one of the reasons why was, because McGann should have been the next, the fallback. He was there. He was willing to do it. He was ready for work. But, of course, they wanted to fill theater seats, so they said, okay, who's the biggest name we can get? All right, we'll create a mystery character to draw people in. Ugh. Meanwhile, completely screw up the Zygons. Ugh. I know. Yeah, poor Georgia Tennant. That girl's wore out by Bella. Yeah, like I said, every time those two look at each other, she's pregnant again. Like I said, we can always hope he has a change of heart, but like I said, the people who are at Bad Wolf, who are doing the 60th, are the ones who a lot of them he was ticked off at. So he didn't even drop names till way later on, when he finally said, no. The people Peter were involved with was not the same people who were at Bad Wolf. Remember, Peter was way after all that. That was way after the RTD Julie Gardner era. Now, there were still a few names who were working on the show at the time who'd been around since the RTD era, but they weren't anyone that he mentioned specifically that I can think of. Because if you look around, there's been quite a few who've been around since the RTD era who are still behind the scenes. So I'm hoping Peter will come back, too, as well, Fez. I think he was a very underrated doctor. I think he was incredible myself. And I'd love to see him back in the role, even if briefly. Oh, wait. Well, folks, I got about 2 minutes and I got to run inside. So please take care of yourselves and each other. Be kind, be careful, be safe out there in the world. Look out for one another. And hopefully I'll see you all in the future. So take care, everyone, and have a great day.